I'm late for my own show. Oh, I don't even fit. Hang on, why don't I fit? Can I zoom this out? Why am I... Have I got bigger? Or do I normally sit... Oh. Why do I not fit in the camera anymore? Oh, because the camera's changed. Hang on. Yeah. Ooh. There we go. Now I can be up a little bit more. Yes, welcome back everyone to the Formula 1 watch-alongs. Now, I do want to try and get this going in vertical as well. So bear with me a second. It's 1 hour till FP3. Bear with me. Oh, I don't want to click that. Obviously, I should have done this all beforehand, but... Text. That's what I want. Text. So... Text. Oh, I got it. Oh, sick. Okay. One second. Bear with me. I don't know. I don't know how to get that. Okay, hang on. 1 second, everyone. We're about to break the internet. We tried this last year, do you remember? Can you hear me, by the way? I'm quite bright. Okay, 1 second. I can do this. Okay, I'm going to try go live vertically as well. Get both chats. Here we go. Stream all vertical outputs. Yes. Okay, hang on. So I'm very close to being ready now. I'm very close to being ready. $50 people in the house. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. I need to get both shots. Okay, that's one shot. Bear with me, if you don't mind. Almost there. Welcome everyone, welcome Lucy. Right, hang on a second. Yes, I've done it. Right. So, I've got my landscape chat. And I've got my shorts chat as well. Yes. Right. And in fact, oh my goodness me, this is so good. Okay, I'm here now. I'm here. People say I'm too bright. Am I really too bright? By the way, how many teams can you spot? And look at this. I have it. I have... I'm just wearing this all the time. And then it's Ferrari as well. See, in the off-season, I spent all the money, basically, on the garments, is what I've done. And I spent very little money on the setup. Although, that is now F1 Manager 23 footage there, as you can see. What's changed since last year, everyone? Guys, it's been a whole year. It's been a whole damn year. Oh my goodness, there's 2 chats. Right, let me say hello to everyone. Seema Dragon, Damien Reed, where am I at? I'm in London. Chaya's here. It's time. Elixir says Kireth forgot us. No, I didn't. I forgot myself. FP3 starts now. Yeah, it does. Don't worry. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. It starts in an hour, and I've got a timer. What's this one? I've got a 40-minute timer, so we'll start that. We'll start that in Oh goodness me. We'll start that in 10 minutes. That will work. Kate's here as well. Who else here? David, Joe Klotz, Darth Revan, Zeno, Quad's here, Ivan's here, Gamer Muscle. I've never described as too bright. Kireth on the console. Damn it, I meant to record that and use it as an alert. Wear my rap outfit. Yes, indeed. Welcome to your Drag Racer. Welcome, Mr. Brooks. And we are streaming. Do you remember we tried this last year? We got it working. I've spoken with the lads at YouTube. So welcome Lucy as well. Lucy's so happy we're back. KCR kit member for 19 months. Creating some incredible liveries. Rob Ibbotson as well. Let's go. So, right, let me get my feed up because there might be some F3 or F2 going on the track. We're going to talk everything. We're going to talk. Who wants to talk Christian Horner? Who wants to talk Christian Horner, everyone? What app is it? Now TV. Who wants to talk Christian Horner? Oh, is it the F3 Sprint still? We're back. Lord and Wiseman says hello. Lucy wants to talk about it. ACPW online. Who else is here? Vlatka. Sorry, I missed Vlatka in the house. How could we miss Vlatka? Xander Ryan, you're looking like a 15-year-old goth girl. You're so bright right now. Is it really bright? Is it? You mean? Look at this setup. I've got Red Bull. I've got Visa Cash App. No, I'm joking. Just to enrage people. Welcome, Mr. Brooks. Christian Horner. Was it a setup? Was it true? Who doesn't know anything about the Christian Horner situation? I need to know. Firstly, I want to know what people have been getting up to in the off-season. So I want to know. Let me know in the chat. But also, Christian Horner situation. Who doesn't know? Your lighting is brighter, but is it okay? Forget what we had before. Like, it's a new year. Are we happy with this situation? Prithvi chat hand. Why not normal stream? Prithvi, click the pinned comment. I don't know where to put this text here because you can't really see it. Let's leave it off screen. Yeah, is it confusing for people? Hang on. If it's confusing, bear with me. Bear with me. I'm just going to use the word normal. So you can watch. We're all part of the same stream. I'm just giving you different ways. Normal stream in pinned comment. Color. Oh, I know where this will go actually. What about that? People of the Shorts feed. Welcome, JS. A few pounds heavier. Raymondo. Do I really look a few pounds heavier? Can't you tell I've been working out? Do I look a few pounds heavier? There's nothing wrong with that. Zeno went to the Google Drive, not looking good. So, the situation with Chris Horner. So, I think, by the way, I genuinely think this is the biggest news in Formula 1. I'm going to explain why. Like, I think this news is actually bigger than is hitting the press, weirdly. There's so much nonsense in the off-season that I struggle to deal with. Like, people just trying to get clicks and views, like the whole Visa Cash App thing, like, oh, it's such a terrible name. It's like loads of the names are terrible. It's like, it doesn't matter. Oh, the liveries, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's people just trying to, like, generate, like, you know, clicks and get paid. The Christian Horner thing is so important because this is Red Bull Racing are so dominant right now. Christian Horner and Adrian Newey dominated for years, basically. As a team, the partnership of Christian Horner and Adrian Newey has dominated Formula 1 more often than it has not dominated. And then you add Max Verstappen in. He is the CEO of Red Bull Racing, isn't he? So he's a business leader of this whole team. Not only is he the team principal, like from a racing perspective, but the whole team, he's the boss. Like anyone who works in a company, he's the boss. And so to have these things all very public is like, because ultimately if he leaves that team, and whether this has been a attack or stage or politics or whatnot, but if he leaves, what does that mean for Red Bull Racing? What does that mean for the team? The most dominant team, their leader is definitely in question. Like, I put it in the poll in the mainstream. You can see, is he going to be team principal by the end of the season? Welcome to Stein. Chai, you're as handsome as ever. Chat, it's been good to have you back. Chat knows how to ruffle my feathers. Might be muscles, yeah. Why is the race on Saturday, not on Sunday? Bahrain, and apparently next week's going to be on a Saturday as well, which is I don't know whether I'm going to stream quali next Friday because I don't want to take 2 days to stream qualies. Kind of, but it's because it's their week starts on a Sunday. Sunday is like Monday for them, basically. Joshua in the house. Is it Xander? Is it something Christian posted or allowed to happen? Well, we don't know because it should be a process really that shouldn't really be public. This process. But basically, what happened is so to set the whole story. Publicly, we know, and Red Bull have said this, that there was an allegation made against Christian Horner by an employee for like controlling an inappropriate behavior. I think was like the allegation. So not proven, not disproven. That was the allegation. Then Red Bull investigated it internally, and on Wednesday, so 2 days ago, they cleared Christian Horner. They were like, we've looked at it internally. Maybe clear is not the right word. They sort of dismissed the allegation, so the allegation didn't proceed. Then yesterday, so Thursday, so 1 day after Red Bull cleared Christian Horner, someone emailed basically all of the F1 paddock, so all of the team principals, FIA, and all of the journalists in the press pack, with a Google Drive containing what purport to be WhatsApp messages and photos and whatnot of Christian Horner and in conversation. And so that's the big news now, because that is like, there's a lot of different angles here, and one obvious angle is the whole thing could be fake. When I heard that, I was like, that's definitely phishing. Like, they've sent this to all the journalists who are going to click it immediately, and then they're going to hack their emails or something. But sounds like that's not the case. That's just the way my brain works. The other thing is it could all be AI generated. Quite easy these days to... I'm actually an AI. I didn't even turn up to say this is all AI generated. Or if it's real, who has sent it and why? It's a real whodunit. Like, it's... There's been some crazy stuff in F1 over the years. If you think of Crashgate with Flavio Briatore and was it Nelson Piquet Jr.? If you think of Max Mosley, that was a massive thing with Max Mosley. president of the FIA. All sorts of weird stuff has happened, but I think this might be the weirdest. Weird's not the right word. It's like, I don't know what the word is, like scandalous. This might be the most scandalous thing that's ever happened. Chai saying it's Ramadan. Okay, it's Ramadan then. Quad, anyway, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Second is 2 races should have 7 days gap. Ah, so is it Saudi Arabia is forward, so therefore this has to come forward as well. COD. Okay, you guys. Okay, see, this is. You guys may as well do the stream. Adrian Newey, aka the GOAT, to go to Ferrari if Horner goes. Adrian Newey teaming up with Lewis Hamilton Ferrari. By the way, Lewis Hamilton's going to Ferrari next season, if you didn't know. I wonder if this whole circus is used to divert attention to something else within Red Bull. All speculation and pure curiosity on my part, really. Well, there's been lots of speculation about it, to be honest. There's been lots and lots of speculation. The truth is, people just don't really know. People don't really know. MC, it certainly doesn't look like AI. It looks like flirting and asking for pics. Certainly Jerry wouldn't be happy, and it looks like an abuse of power, nothing else. Could be love or spend. Obviously, that's all speculation. Zeno, if these WhatsApp screenshots mortifying... Sorry, if these WhatsApp screenshots legit is mortifying, they are a bit cringe. They are a bit cringe. Christian Horner's... He's not a Riz god, let's put it like that. Vlad, it's me wondering how you're going to stream your workouts. Well, I'll take a day off, that's the thing. Maybe we'll go... I was thinking could just run a stream. Like, you know, could set it up remotely. Spygate. Yeah, McLaren stealing Ferrari tech, all the photocopying and whatnot. Prithvi, what are your predictions regarding the sport and the race? Well, let's have a look. What's happening in FP3? Are we going to see Max dust off the cobwebs and really smash it in FP3? Oh, the water timer. There we go. But Mercedes, you know, been looking decent. Ferrari looking decent. So, but people saying that Red Bull have just turned the engine down, or actually Honda have turned the engine down. Why was I so late? I was putting my contact lenses in. Lukath, you guys reckon Red Bull? Well, that's what I was saying. They could be sad bagging. Could be a lot of sad baggage going on. Why are you late? Pappy? Who's Pappy? Rob Ibbotson says, what about Sainz to Red Bull for next year? The Red Bull is a whole big question mark. Like Sergio Perez, whether he loses his seat is like the least interesting question around Red Bull right now. So Rob's saying Red Bull will turn it up today. Well, we will see. I'm very excited. I mean, people. So the big news with the car launches that happened about, you know, in the last month is that Red Bull have gone for this very weird slimline vertical side pod design that almost seems to evoke what Mercedes did with their zero side pods that they eventually gave up on. So people are speculating that Adrian Newey looked at that, he could see what Mercedes were trying to do, and he's actually been able to make it work. Remember, when Mercedes launched the zero side pod thing, there was a lot of porpoising, and Mercedes were the team suffering the most from that. And there's all these discussions like Toto saying, Christian saying, just fix your car. And Toto saying, well, Perez has been complaining as well. I've got it printed out. But in the end, if I remember, there were some changes to alleviate the porpoising from a regulation perspective. So maybe that change has allowed Red Bull to get into this window. I don't know. Welcome, Craig Loves Metallica. Great to see you back from the great F1 season from Craig in Croatia. Craig, were you always in Croatia? Or is Craig just in Croatia for this season? Chai, I'm curious how dominant Max and by extension Red Bull will be this year versus last year. Well, people say that Red Bull have moved another step forward. It could be a very dominant season for Red Bull. It really could be. I am not exaggerating about that at all. But we will see, obviously. Bear with me, just arranging my windows. See, now I'm not running F1 Manager locally. It's such a smoother experience, I have to say. Adrian is the wind god. Could be. Lorden says, what's my favourite F1 team? Can't you tell? Can't you tell by the consistent messaging here what my favourite team is? Ivan, everyone needs to read the the Adrian Newey book. I personally haven't read it, but it does sound interesting. Quad says, seems like a lot of the other teams have caught up. The car looks a lot more stable. Well, I know some teams were running very low yesterday. I think George Russell was running very low. Lando was running low. Oh, Crowe's been there for 10 years. There's a lot of Croatians in Australia and vice versa. For reasons I don't fully understand. Zach, if Hamilton wins Drivers' Championship this year, then goes Ferrari, could be a bit of a balls up. If Hamilton wins, he will go clear on 8 titles, and then he can have a swan song at Ferrari. I think that's the best case scenario. I really do. I think that's the best case. I disagree with you, because if he wins it, hit at Mercedes, he's clear, and then the pressure's off. He can just enjoy his time at Ferrari. Like, he's achieved everything. I don't think to him it will matter where he gets 8 or 9. And this is what I was saying last year. I said last year, I think this year, Hamilton is really going to go for it. He's going to dig as deep as he possibly can because he knows he wants to get that 8. Get that dub. Rubber Slug Gaming believes F1 is rigged. Well, there's definitely been no examples in the past of F1 being rigged. That has never happened. Right? And it's that Hamilton won't win. Well, the odds are against Hamilton. We've got to be honest. CTC 4K would be crazy if Red Bull go full zero pod mid-season, then fall in the same traps. Yeah. Could be. Lukath, what fictional track would you like to see F1 drive? Got to be Dragon Trial Seaside for me. Get them to Croatia. Thanks, Mark Johnson. Happy new season to you, Kireth, and all the F1 followers. The F1 family is here.
Kireth goes for a move from so far back, and again, it was kind of like the last lap. I had to give him the space. It was an awkward move, and I don't think it was ever going to work.
We got the alerts. I forgot. I want to change them to F1 ones. Welcome, Obama Drone Strike. Strong username there with the Australian $2. Lando influence. How did Lando influence it? Chat, you can now like and love heart the donations. Thank you so much, Obama. Is that President Obama on the alt account? Lando, well, it's a fleece actually. But I'm so warm and comfy right now. I'm so warm and comfy. Look at this. Steve jumpscare. Was that loud, by the way? Do I need to put that alert box down? Was it really loud? And I want to get sort of F1 funny moments. You can drop them in the Discord. Oh, colour influence. This reminds me of like the early 2000s, late 90s McLarens. The West ones. Prithvi says, what about Singapore 2008? What about it? What happened there? Definitely no fixing. No worries, Lordon. Imagine if London was called Lordon. Murray Hislop. I think Hamilton made his mark after... By the way, can you get some claps out for Obama there with the donation? It's the first donation of the year. I'm going to rate it a 10 out of 10. Murray Hislop. I think Hamilton made his mark after his 5th. I'm not sure. I think Hamilton wants to go clear, especially as he was half a lap away from having it. Elixir, if Lando wins WT, I cut on my left foot. I mean, there's no need for you to go that hard, frankly. There's no one. That's not going to make any difference in the scheme of things. I personally wouldn't commit to that. Sema Forza Ferrari, let's go. Well, are we going to have a strong season Ferrari? Remember, Ferrari, the only team other than Red Bull last year to win a race. Can anyone remember what race that was and who won it? Ivan, Ferrari's Concord payment agreement is fixing in plain sight. Well, they do get paid just for turning up. Curious version of the ugly Christmas sweater. So think about this. Think about when we're going to go to Japan, when we're going to go to Australia, when we're going to go to China, and I'm going to be waking up at like 4 a.m. Think how warm and cozy I'm going to be. Carl Dietricha, do you think Jules can give Lewis a proper challenge this year? Well, in the first season, did someone just fall down there? Is it me or did something just fall down? Can someone check? Can someone check if something just fell down there? Singapore, correct. Seance. I can't accept seance though. You're close. Welcome, Funky Monkey. Hi, also we're good. We are back again on the roads. Won't be chatting about Funky's just got us in the background, got us on the radio. Funky chilling in the shorts feed there, as is John Rogers and Rob. Yeah, this is my 2024 stream fleece. This is not gifted, by the way, either. So I'm going to be wearing it. If I wear it every day of my life. Crush Biscuit in the house. Saw your post of you and Ricardo. Nice when it was, because Danny has a McLaren t-shirt. It was Monaco 2022. B-Tech 24 Hindi says F1 ads are flooding the UK in 2024 now. I want to do a latency test. Let me get the old stopwatch up. Are we ready to do a latency test? Stopwatch. Right, chat. When's it starting? When that timer goes to 0. Okay, are we ready for a latency test? So, what's going to happen is I'm going to give you a random number I'm going to say a random number. Wow, I am super bright now. I'm going to give you a random number, and when I say it, I want you to write it in the chat as soon as possible. And also, I want to see who's going to be quicker. The shorts chat, where we've got 25 hardcore Spartans, or the mainstream, where we've got 124, we've got a legion. So I'm going to say the number. No, you can't. I haven't said it yet, so you can't. It's not. Doesn't. You don't get. I'm not going to go. Oh, great! You guessed it. Oh, how did you know? It's not one of those. This is science. Okay, are we ready? So the number is 99. 99 is the number. Oh, the shorts! Wow. Okay, well, this is big. Firstly, I think we are overexposed now. I think we are overexposed. We are officially overexposed. Oh, gosh. Is that better? You can see it. You can see the bags under my eyes, though. Can we put that out in post? Right, so I've got the numbers. I've got the numbers. You weren't ready. Well, that's on you. I've got the number is 3. Does anyone want to guess what the latency is? And also who was first, the shorts feed or the landscape feed? Anyone have a guess what the latency was? I'll give you a hint. I think this is a new record. I think it's a new record. Or it's close. Shai saying 5 seconds. Kate saying 6. It's not milliseconds. This is seconds. It's seconds. It's going to be seconds. DJB 2 seconds. Vlatka shorts always quicker. So I'll explain how it works after. 3.4 seconds. Prithvi said you were first in landscape. Were you on my screen? Who was first in landscape? On my screen, it was Vlatka was just ahead of you on my screen. The top 3 was Vlatka, Prithvi, and then COD81 on landscape. But the time was 9 seconds, 0.86. We're sub 10 seconds, which is great. That means that's 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds for me to speak into this, go to all the cables, goes in the sky, goes to process everything, YouTube servers, blah, 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 back down to you. Less than 10 seconds. It was actually the shorts feed that was first. So the shorts feed was first. And about 1 or 2 seconds later, we got the landscape feed. So there we go. So 9.86. 9.86 there. So that is really quick. Good to know. They are sending out two separate streams. It might take less if you and us had NASA internet. I think ideally, there is like an ultra low latency mode, but it would buffer more. So that 9 seconds it gives it some wriggle room to buffer, to not buffer basically, like have a thing. It was part of my LED light that fell. Well, that's all falling apart now. James is also in Thailand, it's quite far. Well, Vlatka, I think, is in Croatia, so the first one in landscape came from Vlatka. Where is Prithvi Chauhan, who came in second in COD 81? Lucy Chat told me the number before. Okay, then you're really delayed. Then you are you definitely live? Why am I getting so exposed? What time is it? Do I need to go down the bump again? So yeah, it doesn't matter if you're in Croatia or India, you're still getting the same equal service. Right, so we're 25 minutes to go. This is Bahrain FP3, by the way. It doesn't say FP3 anywhere on the screen. There's a black thing there. Let's write it in there. Let's write it in there. So we'll do a text, and we'll call it F1 Stream Info. I'm really organised these days. As I get older, I just become more organised. So what we're going to... So we're going to move it. F1... So Bahrain... FP3 F1 Manager. Text transform we don't want. Where are fonts? Oh, select font. Okay. Let's do the same font as with everything else. Do we want a color or something? Do we want a gradient? Ooh. Kind of goes with my top, doesn't it? What do we think about that? Yes. 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 People in the shorts feed. Do you want that in the shorts feed? Go on. I'll give it to you in the shorts feed. Oh, it doesn't look as good in the shorts feed because oh no. People in the shorts feed, don't panic. Don't panic in the shorts feed. Do not panic. I will fix this. I will fix it. I'm trying to fix it. That almost ended everything. Right. Chat, what do we think? Both chats. 15 Spartans in the shorts feed. 102 in the landscape. Dimitrim, I'm bored. Do you want to split live in GT7? Yeah, honestly, Dimitrim, what would be great is actually if you do a custom race with just a load of KCR livery cars and there's save the replay as KCR and share it. That's what I really want at the moment. Is I want like footage. I want to be able to record footage of like all the liveries. So that would be great. We like it. We like it. We like it. Good. We've got the green thing flashed there, but we're not green because I'm on the thing. I'm on the. Can see the footage. Nothing's happened. 21 minutes to go. It's all the same drivers as last year. Some of the colours have changed. You see the stake F1 colours have changed to green. Craig, seen the drone Red Bull showing off on YouTube? Yeah, I've seen all the blast. I mean, my timing was perfect. I did a video on Max Verstappen in sim racing, and I released it the same, or I think maybe in the same minute as Red Bull then released like a million videos on their new drone. I was like, great. Amazing timing. Couldn't be better. Liron, which team is Team #blessed going to support when Lewis tries in a few years? Depends if they're Mercedes fans inherently. Might still be Mercedes. Welcome Phantom Buster in the house. Sounds great. Oh, I've missed a load of chat here. I've missed loads of chat. Oh goodness me. VD, catch on my Hindi. I know 6 languages. Chaffet, did Mercedes finally upgrade to a good car? We're going to find out. This is FP3. We're going to find out. Raymond, the Trinidad Post in the house. Yeah, WEC starting the same weekend as Formula 1 is like very bold. I wouldn't have done that. I think in 2 weeks' time, it's Formula E in Sao Paulo. I'm not going to Sao Paulo. So we'll be doing a watch along of Formula E. Next week is Saudi in Formula 1. It's all very Middle East at the moment. Got WEC in Qatar today. Formula 1 in Bahrain today. Next week it's Formula 1 in Saudi. Last Formula E race was Formula E in Saudi. It's like they may as well just stay in the Arab Peninsula, it seems, and do them all on a Friday. What do we think about that? VD is planning to visit Azerbaijan GP. Well done, Baku. Does seem like a fun one. I'm sure there's lots of good vantage points. Group 3 cars for replay. Honestly, any class. Any class. Ronaldo approves. I'm surprised the Saudis haven't been in touch with me and said, do you want £1 billion to stream from Saudi? Maybe went into spam. Wow, adverts are really boring these days. The Go Compare guy is still doing Go Compare adverts. I guess fair play to him, I say. Right, the only thing that hasn't really moved to Saudi when I think about it is Premier League football. I'm very surprised that there's not a week where they do all their matches in the UAE and places like that. Tennis is down there now. Golf down there. For all the racing, as I've said, WEC, Formula 1, Formula E. Boxing is there. So, well, I say football. The World Cup's just been, hasn't it? I do play football. MotoGP in Qatar next weekend. Wow, it's a blast, isn't it? Are they all sort of all these states competing with each other? Basically, it's a bit of a pride thing. Like, oh, Qatar's got MotoGP. Well, then we've got to get this and that. Paddle. Quad, one more Logitech make a GT rim. As soon as I can say anything on that, I will let you know immediately. VD, what do you think the possible reason for Verstappen underperforming FP? I think we'll see in this free practice. Today we're going to find out. Today we are going to see the true performance of Max Verstappen and Red Bull because there's qualifying. So we've got FP3 now, and then we've got qualifying. So we're going to see it. There's going to be nothing's going to be hidden or sandbagged. Definitely for qualifying, and I assume in FP3 we're going to start to see the true performance. Welcome, Thomas Howarth. 44 likes in the mainstream. Come on, chat. Let's get those likes up to 100. 147 people viewing. It's a maximum break, but 44 likes. Let's pump up those likes. I want to get a like thing on the screen, so when you like, you can kind of see it. 13 likes in the shorts feed, so you know that's cultural. Prithvi, I wanted the Rabona and hit my shin on the other foot. Classic. Start a David Dunn one. Sky are still showing adverts for different things, but I'm hoping because 15 minutes to go, we're going to start. I'm going to get a picture of the track and let you know what's going on at Bahrain. No, it's an advert for. I'm guessing it's an advert for Workday. A finance and HR system. Still no views of the circuit. But we're getting closer now. We are getting closer. Bahrain, quite a fun track actually. Quite a fun little track. When they did the speed variant where Perez won, didn't he, in the Force India? Lucy's like both feeds. That's how you get maximum points. That's how you feel really good about yourself. You're like, oh, you know what? I went in. I like both. Jamie, in the days of party mode engines, you kind of expect more in quali. I think, I don't know, if you've got that much performance headroom, you can take it easy in FP1, FP2, and by in FP3 now you start to really let it stretch. You don't want to give too much away. Murray Hislop, could they be building their new cities? Well, I think they are. But again, I don't know too much about that stuff. I'll pretend to. Managut, what time does qualifying start? Qualifying starts at 4 PM UK, so we'll be live 3 PM for that. So we'll have another hour-long build-up, just chilling. Any improvements we want to make to the stream, let me know after, and we'll see what we can do in between. And FP3 is going to start in 15 minutes. No Jermaine Genus with Formula 1, unfortunately, for Jermaine Genus fans. Karun Chandok's here, though. I am excited to go to Formula races. I was meant to be in India. I was meant to be in India a couple of weeks... Last weekend, maybe. For the Indian Formula E race, but unfortunately... the race itself got cancelled. But, these things happen. Prithvi, I think 2 races in and Oscar will be competing with Lando in race pace. Well, Oscar Piastri at times last year was making Lando look a bit ordinary, but Lando finished the season very strongly, didn't he? Think back to Interlagos. I think Lando was looking super strong, if I remember. Murray, Michael Owen would add excitement, maybe, from his helicopter. So yeah, just 13 minutes to go. Bahrain looks quite windy. Not a cloud in the sky from what I can see. FP2, it was Lewis Hamilton leading the standings, 130.3. And then George Russell was 2/10 behind, followed by Fernando Alonso P3, Carlos Sainz P4. Piastri was P5, with Verstappen right behind him. And Lando Norris was last in FP2. So Lando was last in FP2. Where is the edible straws? The edible straws are still here, but I need to get a new pack of edible straws. I think they weren't really... It was not the one, to put it bluntly. So I'm just editing some stuff. Ah. There we go. That's better. Who's everyone's favourite presenter? It's got to be Jermaine. Red Bull statement. Red Bull will continue striving to meet the highest workplace standards. The thing is, that's all sort of off-season stuff, isn't it? Off-season sort of people, you know, stories and everything. Is it going to continue into the season? Because that's what Red Bull, I think, will be very keen to avoid if it's going to just be a distraction during the season. Jamie says Lando just seems to be too inconsistent. Yeah, we'll see. I think I agree with that. We'll see how Oscar's going to be this season because he was looking very good at times last season. He's very good at Suzuka, wasn't he? Dale's Trail says, go Max, go Max, go. Murray, Lando was a master sandbagger. He has all the pace. Well, he was 2 seconds off in FP2, so something unusual was going on for sure. Jamie, glad to be hearing Jenny Gow back on the F1 BBC podcast. Yes, indeed. So I don't know. I don't have a description and join Kireth stream to get some of light experience. Yeah, I haven't seen the new titles either. I haven't seen them. I imagine they're pretty similar to last year. Apparently they're a bit more serious. Right, Jos Verstappen was having a heated conversation with Christian Horner yesterday. I think Christian Horner is someone that likes being the centre of attention. Does anyone else get that feeling? I think he likes the attention being on him. That's sort of where he thrives. So I think a lot of this scrutiny right now, the public stuff, will be water off dust back to him. Lucy's got both. Okay, Christian Horner statement. This is from Wednesday. Sky are a bit behind the times here. I won't comment on anonymous speculation, but to reiterate, I've always denied the allegations. I respected the integrity of the independent investigation and fully cooperated with it every step of the way. It was a thorough and fair investigation conducted by an independent specialist barista, and it has concluded dismissing the complaint made. I remain fully focused on the season. Does anyone know whether Sky are reporting on the leaks yesterday? Because this is the thing, if you're a proper media organisation, you can't just go, oh, there was some kind of leak. You have to really, like, proof check it and everything, or you should do. Because everything Sky are talking about right now is really old news. Like, the situation has sort of moved on from that. But I'm not sure Sky are allowed to talk about the stuff that everyone's talking about but Sky. Does that make sense? No, the last... Oh, was the Horner last game? Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. So that was about the stuff from yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's weird that you can't get any... I mean, obviously Christian's going to say, I can't talk... Why do I feel like I've got smaller here? Do I sort of sink into the... Is that how it works? Oh, that's not comfy. Do I sort of sink into the chair a little bit? Rory Thompson nearly missed it, but Rory Thompson's here. Did not miss it. Only 9 minutes to go. Lucy, it feels like they're blanket statementing both. Okay. How's the background noise, by the way? Is the background noise of the video okay? 200 people in the house. Welcome, everyone. We're just 8 minutes away. Welcome back, Rory. Obviously a big Ferrari fan. We know. Jamie, they have to be careful legally. I'm sure all TV channels' in-house counsel are working overtime. I'm sure the Red Bull PR department is earning their keep right now. Chat, I want to know. Welcome Tiago Machado and Abhinafa Tripathi. I want to know. I'm seeing a few new profile pictures here. People have been doing some update. I want to know what people have been doing in the off-season. Well, I didn't realise Lewis Hamilton's hairline is like so far back. Dang. Afrotonda, 200 people, 55 likes. There's no background noise. What? Can you hear that? Have I just been speaking in the void? Now it's okay. Okay, it's not too noisy. People of the shorts feed, have you got it as well? What? Who do you have at the top of the charts? FP3? I'm going to go Max Verstappen. I'm going to go Max V. Unless they're going to a sad badge in FP3 as well. You play F1 Fantasy? You know what? I don't. I've had a lot of companies come up to me and say, "Oh, we'd like to sponsor." So many companies want to do F1 prediction stuff, and I've just, for me, I don't want to. I don't know. I wasn't like, "Oh yeah, I really want to do it." BTEC 24 Hindi. I've been watching F1 news clickbait video about development break. I don't know if anyone knows Tactical Rob, but I met Tactical Rob at a YouTube event, and I was really impressed by the way he kind of he's got his YouTube stuff very locked down, and he's, you know, people will say it's clickbait and everything, but I look at it from a different perspective. I'm very impressed at how he's able to get news out quickly and he's really engaging. Yeah, so I met him at a club, and we had a chat about Formula 1 stuff and everything. Yeah, that's F1 Manager. His background is he used to be a Call of Duty player, I think, and he's actually bigger at covering Call of Duty esports. So he does the same thing for Call of Duty esports, and then he was like, I saw Formula 1 was blowing up, so I wanted to do the same for Formula 1. I was thinking that's interesting because really I do sim racing, but also Formula 1. Maybe we'll do a collab, the Tactical Kireth show. What do we think? God, some of the lorries in the UK have rear lights that look like the F1 logo. What? Which lorry is that? Jamie Wallace can't decide whether to resub to Sky F1. I mean, I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it. Honestly, I pay for Sky Sports. I'm not joking. I have not watched a second of Sky Sports since Abu Dhabi to now, and I've been paying. I guess it's only really 2 months, but 3 months really, isn't it? It comes with all load of football and like cricket, and I'm not interested. No, thank you. But now I have to pay for TNT for Formula E as well. Well, conduct line in the house. Keep that in mind, you will spot it. Okay, I'll have a look. 200 people. Whoa. Welcome along. 212. Goodness me. Scoob Sim Racing. Hello, keep up the great content. Thank you so much, my friend. 4 minutes to go, everyone. Weather conditions are clear. Track temp, only 34 degrees track temp, 20 degrees air temp, so crisp down in Bahrain, that I didn't even know is an island. I'm so bad. I had no idea Bahrain was an island. Did anyone know Bahrain's an island? Is that the stupidest thing I've ever said? Dale's Trails, definitely not paying to Sky to listen to them go on about Lady Louis for 10 months. 4 exclamation marks. Chai, I haven't had a TV or subscription since 2016, not missing it a single beat, just got Netflix. Cutting those cords. Those cords have been most definitely cut. Wonder how wind will affect the drivers. Well, it could do when you turn in for some of these very high downforce corners. You can see there's some real far. I mean, look at the last corner there. Like, that is a fast corner. The wind is going to make a big difference. 57 lap race on the Saturday. So there's going to be 3 Saturday races this year, I guess, then, because Las Vegas. Milan 84. Good afternoon. Have you heard about the Fanatec DD Plus problems? Quite a few had to go back to Fanatec. Have you seen my interview when I flew to Fanatec? Is that the same issue, or is that a new issue? Is L Plan possible? Well, could we see L Plan this season? Maybe. Oh, Riyad Mahrez is here. Riyad Mahrez in the house. Yeah, sand in Saudi for the Formula E. Sand was quite big. If you remember when we did the watch along for that. So if you don't know, I'm also doing I'm doing the official YouTube Formula E watch alongs, where we have actual footage on screen and actual stuff, and so we're covering 2 formulas this season. Murray, what would make you happier, Button to win Le Mans or Lewis Hamilton number 8? Well, not about happier, but I think Lewis winning number 8 would be much bigger. Much bigger. Would Button be on for the Triple Crown then? I think Sergio Perez is going to get the Triple Crown. N. Litibito identifies as a Spanish war galleon. You do you, bro. Who might say no? New issue. Manon, let us know in the Discord. Hit us up in the Discord there and write it, and I can always fly back to Fanatec and say, hey, what's going on? Green light! We're underway! We're underway. Stop the countdown. We are underway in Bahrain for FP3, but no one is jumping out of the pits. It's good to be back, everyone. Can we get a very, very English sort of smattering of applause in the chat? Just don't go crazy with the emojis. I just want like a few clapping emojis. No. Not let's go. We can do very English. Just a few claps. Like this. Just a few claps. Don't go crazy. Just a very respectful smattering. Like this. Like just a ripple. Just a ripple. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Just a very restrained. Kate! Deleting that message. Deleted. There we go. There we go. Any chance of Le Mans coverage? I would love to do Le Mans coverage. In fact, I might get in touch with WEC. Alex Albon's waiting to get in the car. Sponsored by Doritos. Oh, Doriton Ventures. Is that the same thing? Welcome, Feather Cohen. Nice one, bruh. Stevie G in the house as well. Look at that. Murray's doing some very respectful dabs. Just 5 dabs. George Russell with the blue helmet. I've been racing. Last year I was racing someone who was wearing George Russell's helmet. By the way, the karting videos from last season are going to come out on the Motorsport channel. I put 2 or 3 out on the main channel, and they've done okay, but they haven't done well enough to, like, I think, justify being on the main channel. So I'm going to put them all on the Motorsport channel, and they'll come out weekly. So I'm going to do that this weekend. Right, Valtteri Bottas is putting his helmet on. In the only word for it is like vomit green colorway they have. It's like absolutely horrendous. Orange Army are in the grandstands. No one is out on track yet. Isn't that quite unusual? 300 people watching. We want to see some excitement, some entertainment. The Paddock Club is absolutely full. 19 likes to get to 100. We can do it. We can do it. But yeah, no one is out on track. Don't worry, you're not missing anything here. No one is out on track yet. If your vomit looks this green, that's a mandatory visit to GP. Vomit inducing. Carlos Sainz with his helmet on as well. Quite a nice helmet from Carlos Sainz this year. He's not in the car. A lot of drivers not in the car. Has everyone been having too big a lunch? What guys, what are we doing? Oh, the Ferrari livery doesn't look great on the front. Neon Lime, that's been kind. Murray Hislop, it's an F1 career car livery, early game, that's Sauber. Lewis Hamilton's tyres are going on the car. But again, who wants some TV coverage here sponsored? If I'm Doritos and I've sponsored Williams, I want my car to be out there and getting that coverage. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, guys. I'm paying for this exposure. Let's get the car out there. This is just free money, free exposure. That's why I don't sponsor. So it's a let's go, but also let's not go. That's why I wanted the restrained. That's why I wanted to restrain. It's like, hooray! The lights, the session has, the session timing has started. It's not a very, dare I say, American like, let's go, yeah. Defense. It's not like that. Oscar Piastri doesn't even have his helmet on, or his race suit. Piastri hasn't even zipped up his race suit. Logan looks unbothered. Fascinating that fleece is hype. It is indeed. I'm living a life right now. Come on, get some cars out on track. I haven't seen any live footage yet. I want to see the cars. I want to see how they're driving. There's more damn action on this stream. By the way, how good are the graphics in F1 Manager 23? Shame the game itself was, well, said enough about that. Murray, if you pay for WEC race, there's obsessed with cutting it. For WEC, don't you have to pay? Do you pay WEC like directly now? Right? You're not on Eurosport or something, which is bad because now I pay for Eurosport. But yeah, WEC. I mean, I love WEC. Really, I went there last year with them for Spa. Oh, there's an advert for F1 Clash. They always want to. They always ask me to do videos in their game, and I'm like, I don't. It's a mobile game. It's one of these ones. It's like it says not actual gameplay footage. So, you know. Anyway, maybe we'll do a video on that. So I won't say anymore. Be memed. It's on Eurosport, but only first 2 hours and last 2 hours. Hamilton's out on track. Sir Lewis Hamilton is out on the track. Who is it? It's this man right here. Yeah, that's a bit... It's not great, is it? And obviously Sky have gone to an advert. Amazing. Peak. This is why I pay for Sky Sports. To get advertised for Workday when I literally want to see the first car on track in FP3. What is going on? Blacker, aren't they as hyped as we are? I guess they're not. Enlip says year of battery Voltas. Lucy, let's pick a car and take... Yeah, I'll jump in. If I was up, I'll crack on. I'll get in there. Rory, who won Le Mans 24 Hour last year? Ferrari won. The 499p one. Collado, Giovinazzi, and... Oh, what's his name? Who's the third driver in that car? James Collado, Antonio Giovinazzi, and... Begins with an F, doesn't it? I can't remember. That's really bad. So Toyota had that issue, didn't it? The rear brakes. Lucy growled when the advert came on. There's still adverts right now, so I can't tell you how the car's looking because there's an advert for Trivago. Hotel? F1 TV no ad. I don't get F1 TV because I'm in the UK. Okay, it's got the Hamilton emojis out. Ah, now it's an advert for Cialis. Up to 36 hours only when... Oh, goodness, what is this? What's that? What? Why can't I just see the Formula 1? What am I paying for? Welcome, Skywinder. Show me the racing! Show it to me! No, what is this? Julianne Moore, Academy Award winner. Nicholas Kalatzine, Mary and George on Sky Atlantic. Stop it! Sky Documentaries, Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg, king of the metaverse, available now. Do not show me one more advert. Don't even think about it. Leicester versus Chelsea, Women's Super League. Stop it right now. Stop this! Sky, Sports, Formula 1. Come on! Finally. God's sake. Imagine if he'd gone in the pits by now. Hamilton's out on track. Yes, I know. Right now I can see Hamilton out on track. Now I can see. How's the car looking? Quite a nice livery. It looks kind of black on the outside, doesn't it? But it's, from what you see from the halo view, it's actually very silver. With the Petronas blue. It's quite a nice livery from this view. Hamilton with the yellow gloves and it looks like the purple helmet. DRS down the straight. It looks very kind of stable, to be honest. Like, he's very relaxed down the straight, adjusting the brake bias and stuff like that. Max Verstappen is doing some stretches. Welcome Joseph to Silver, 132.7. But remember, it was 130s we saw earlier. 440 people watching. Hashtag blessed. Come on, 7 more likes. We get to the 100 likes. We can do it. 7 more likes, people. If you haven't liked it, smash that like button now. And also make sure you're subscribed. We're going to be streaming every single race, I think, during the season. Felipe Drugovich is there, the man I interviewed last year. I'm going to try and interview him again this year if he's still going to be at the Formula E Rookies test. I'll try and get a word with him. So if you want me to ask any particular questions to Felipe Drugovich, let me know. That'll go out on the Motorsport channel. Still only Lewis Hamilton out on track on the soft tyre. I'm looking at a replay now of Hamilton. Just a little bit of sparking, but nothing. I mean, the car looks quite stable, to be honest. It looks like the Mercedes... Oh, he's gone in now. The Mercedes looks like a good platform. I mean, to my... You know, to my eye... It looks predictable. And sometimes when you have a predictable base, you can tune it to make it more unstable in a way that really suits your driving and makes it faster. You don't want to try and have a really unstable platform and then try and make it a bit more predictable. Cabbage Patch's channel is goated for those of you who can't afford actual coverage, man. People, I got you. I got you. Apparently the Hasses are absolutely terrible right now. Grazina S in the house. Prithvi, I see the Merc is pretty responsive like last year. I think the Mercedes look like a decent platform here. Alex Albon, he's no longer got the dyed hair. Is Albon going to head out? Potentially soon. Carlos Sainz out. Carlos Sainz out on track. The smooth operator. Ekaterine L says they are really sleeping today. Maybe they're taking it in turns. So Carlos Sainz, he is going out on the soft tyres. By the way, the Formula 1 coverage is so delayed. Like on my video, Carlos Sainz is like still in his pit box. And now he's rolling out. Also, I think Formula 1 need to do something about the wheel rims. They look so basic. John Latency in the house today. They look so basic. They could do so much better with that. I think even just having them black would look better. Charles Leclerc out on circuit as well. Verstappen getting ready. Right, so now we're going to see how's the Ferrari looking. Obviously, as the regulations mature, you would expect the cars to just become, each team to try and become better year on year if you're following a sort of consistent design philosophy. 46 minutes still to go in the session. Pierre Gasly is very slowly putting on his suit as well. I don't understand why they're not, unless they don't want to stress. I would be getting as much track time as possible, but that's why I'm not an F1 driver. Did they follow through with the new tyre blanket rule last year? Well, I'm not sure they ever did anything Formula 1. WEC, I think WEC have reversed it, right? Because the teams were like, we could just put up solar panels and it won't take any energy. But when I went to Spa last year, there were no tyre blankets, and you saw Brendan Hartley crash the GR10 hybrid in qualifying on Eau Rouge. Guan Yu Zhou, Valtteri Bottas, Alex Albon also out on track. Yes, welcome to everyone joining us. Hope you're doing well. It's a Friday. Fish and chips. Offbeat Sports. Do you think every driver will drive in this FP? I would imagine so, yeah. I would imagine so. And I think we'll see some qualifying spec runs. So hoping to see some drivers go out on the softs and go very low 30s. Will we see drivers in the 29s? We'll see. Quad says they're saving tyres. Maybe. Don't know. You're probably not going to... you know, I want to do a video on like the tyre set rule. It's really complicated. When you get tyres back and everything, and what about sprint races? They can collaborate with Fanatec. Yes. Okay, I'm waiting to see some onboards of the Ferraris because I'm seeing them going around track. They're not sparking as much as Lewis Hamilton was, so maybe the ride height isn't quite as low. Maybe they're able to get away with a higher ride height, or just different setup. Welcome Susie K. Welcome back everyone. Signwood, hi from Saigon. Vietnam in the house. There was meant to be a Vietnam Grand Prix. Is that still happening? They've limited the amount of slide news scrub. I don't actually know. I need to do some research and I'll make a video on it. I want to do a lot more F1 content this year. Maybe again on the Motorsport channel. Because I've got so much content just ready to go. Charlie Quinnell says Hamilton is better than the rest of the season. I'm on top chat. I want to go onto live chat. Thank you very much. Yes, back in the live chat. Still waiting for an onboard. You can see Charles Leclerc at 132.6 though. But again, you know, these are not qualifying spec runs. We've seen 1 minute 30s so far this weekend already. Sergio Perez is out on track, as are Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen. How are the hashes going to be? Some people were speculating they might not even be in the 107%. Welcome Scotty Brighton UK. Welcome, looks like, not Arabic, what is it? Hebrew? So I'm not this decade. Was it a political thing? Kevin Magnussen silencing the haters by going purple in Sector 1. So keep an eye on the Dane there. What's he going to be up to? Nation chat, 542 people. Let's do a nation chat. First nation check in the year. So let us know, everyone. Let us know what country in the world are you watching from. Let's see. On a Friday. On a Friday. Hashtag nations. Do it in both chats. Nations in the chat. I'm on board with the Red Bull right now. Goodness me, the Red Bull looks so incredibly stable. The Red Bull, is that Sergio Perez? It looks just, goodness me, like you could drive it just like that. Which is weird, but yeah, wow. I mean, we saw some cars being a real handful last season, but that Red Bull looked like an absolute dream. Oh, here we go. Greece, Croatia, USA, UK, Ireland, Philippines, baby. Belgium, Australia, UK. Jensen from Belgium. Scotty, surprising these from Scotland. Cole Archer from Barbados. Console Gamer SA South Africa. Israel, Netherlands. Nice. And we've got Denmark in the vertical chat. People in the stream chat, you can type. It's there. It pops up, right? Welcome patiently. Good to see you. Agawal from India. David van der Zwag from Netherlands. Dutch Line Netherlands. Charlie South Africa. Carter Netherlands. We've got a very strong Netherlands South Africa axis there. David Joe Klotz from Israel. Okay, Leclerc's back in the pits. So it's really hotting up now. Max Verstappen is out on track. I'm looking at Sergio Perez, and this car, I don't know if they've added some stabilization to the camera I'm trying to work this out because the car looks so planted and smooth. It's like any of us could drive it. So I wondered this year, have they added some stabilization to the camera to not make it as sort of fixed to what the car's doing? I don't know if anyone can see that, but the Red Bull just looks like you turn it in, it grips, it goes. It's just... It looks like an absolute... Oh my god. It looks like a dream to drive this car. The Mercedes look good as well. But it looks like you could drive this thing one-handed, honestly. Scotland, India, Thailand in the house as well. Patrick Iverson from Denmark. I think I'm going to give that to Netherlands and South Africa. It's going to be a joint... It's going to be a joint bid there. Netherlands and South Africa win that one. Lance Stroll coming in with a 132.2, but again, we're not seeing the lap times really tumble yet. Rory, South Africa. David, another Constructors' Championship from Adrian Newey. Did Adrian Newey design the Benetton? Adrian Newey should be cost capped. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so unfair having Adrian Newey on your team. It should be like you're limited the amount of hours you can actually use him. Unpopular opinion? Stroll, nice lap. Well, Russell comes now with a 31.8. I'm looking at George Russell right now. DRS open. 191 down the straight. Goodness me. That is quite good. Try and get some confirmation on the speed traps. And a little bit of sparking, but less than I saw yesterday from George Russell. One sweaty boy. Remember, track limits could be important here. In qualifying. It's one of these circuits. What's that sound? It's one of these circuits where you can really try and go over the curb. Newey did not. Newey was doing the Williams that time. So Newey went from Williams to McLaren to Red Bull. Is that correct? Eli, Australian in France. Pete Kowalski from Polska. So it's a busy circuit right now. So the only drivers we don't have on track are Perez, Norris, Ricciardo, Gasly, Tsunoda and Esteban Ocon. Everyone else is out on track. 706 people watching. Welcome along, everyone. It's great to have you on board. But for me, the Red Bulls look pretty stable. I'm not looking at on board here with Lando. What happened to Lando? Lando... Oh, that would have been a track limits in qualifying. He did exactly what I was saying. It just went a little bit too wide over the curb. So drivers are going to have to decide if they're running wide on the exit. Are you going to try and sacrifice the speed by putting a bit of lock on? Or are you going to try and put the minimal lock and just be the right side of the white line? Will depend how close qualifying is going to be, I'd imagine. How much margin do you think you have? 131s now, yeah. What about if Stroll's up there? What does that mean for Alonso? L Plan could be coming through. Have a look here. Keep eye on Alonso. Alonso could go fastest. Yes, he does. 131.5 for Alonso. Fastest Sector 1. Fastest Sector 2 as well. Interesting. Okay, L Plan. Yeah, I left out Jaguar because kind of only was Jaguar for a few years before it went to Red Bull, wasn't it? Anyone miss the green Jaguars? HSBC 2001. Mark Webber. It wasn't Eddie. Was Eddie Irvine in a Jaguar as well? Little known Jaguar facts. Now Jaguar are one of the fastest teams in Formula E. So, are we going to see lap times tumble? I want to see some more onboards. Yeah, Chai says, I wonder if we're going to go under 130 this free practice. I kind of expect that. David, any thoughts on new Drive to Survive season? I haven't watched it. I'm not really that interested in Drive to Survive, I've got to be honest. Like, I don't watch TV anyway. Mike Crack in the building. His parents had a sense of humour. Bleach blonde Irvine. Why is Russell Times grey? Because he's in the pit. So if the driver's grey there, it just means they're not on circuit. Sergeant on the flyer? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, FP3 is only a couple of hours. Basically, I'm going to be streaming quali as well. It's pretty close to me leaving the stream on, but we'll start a new stream for that. Wow, Daniel Ricciardo's got the proper Red Bull helmet on. For a car that is allegedly not a Red Bull, from the view I had, all I could see on that car and the driver was Red Bull. Sergio Perez on the radio. Still, the upshift is really bad. Is he getting his excuses in? It looks like a lot of drivers coming into the box now. This is FP3, as you can see. Welcome Priscilla from Brazil. Anyone else on the flyer? Well, so yeah, we're going to see. So someone asked earlier, are we going to see all drivers out on track? And yes, we have now seen all drivers now on track. Some work going on the McLaren. So we saw Lando Norris. Well, Lando Norris had a moment where he had a bit of oversteer over a curb, and now they're very much inspecting the front right of that car. So the sort of wheel arch on the end of the suspension rods. Looks like they're trying to really get something moving. So potential issue there for the McLaren. But yeah, let's see if anyone's going to actually put in a blistering time. Or maybe people feel like they don't need to now. They're going to do that in qualifying. But if you're here wondering why Max Verstappen is all the way down in 15th, it is free practice. But just keep an eye on the sector times there. 29.9 is not a great sector time, but he will know if the car's feeling great. He will know that in qualifying he can just go a second quicker. So there's such a different tolerance with the way cars drive, and then the time you're able to gain. Oscar Piastri's engine was smoking a little bit. So Piastri's engine was smoking. Piastri, I think, will be in the pits then, yeah. So maybe they're going to have to fix that. Curtis, do you think Aston Martin will come out strong first half season? I hope so. It was really good. That was a really nice theme last year. If anyone remembers Monaco qualifying between Alonso and Max Verstappen. Offbeat Sports watched the Horner leaks and regretted it. Get some eye bleach for the driest, dullest chat you've ever seen in your life. Lucy noting that's twice Perez has complained about the upshift. Oh, I've got my hands in my pockets here. Yes, lick those pockets. Nice. 128 for Max. We will see. I'm not sure. We're definitely going to go sub 130, obviously. Welcome to all 911 people watching. We had momentarily. And people of the shorts feed as well. David, you are very delayed in your stream, my friend. Very delayed. Max might be on a flyer. No. So we're almost halfway through FP3, so I think we'll see drivers sort of come in. But then at the end, I wouldn't be surprised to see qualifying simulation laps. I mean, I can tell you for a fact, like when I'm racing for real, sometimes, and you'll have a look when you see my karting championship videos that come out on Motorsport channel, you see me talk about it. In practice, I'm like, if I'm in practice and my championship rival is right behind me, there is no way I'm driving 100%. I don't want to show my rival the way, not even like how to do the corners, but just the way I'm driving them. I don't want to give that away. So you'll see me talk about it. I'm like, I know my rival's behind me. I'm just going to try and do different. I'm going to try different lines. I'm going to try, I'm going to do my normal line, but I'm not going to push it as much. So, but you know, that's very different. That's not the level of Formula 1. Welcome Viz, DVD, Grazina and Harry Vandell. Yeah, remember, please do hit that subscribe if you want to basically get notified about these watch-alongs and also support me. It's great. I want to, you know, do more stuff like this. A bit Magnus Hikaru tactics. I don't know who Magnus Hikaru is. Frank says RB20 going sleeper agent mode right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some of the drivers come in now and then we see them come out again flying a bit more. Grandstands seem about kind of half full, I would say. Looking at a replay here of Alex Albon, did he go wide over the curb? Yes, he did that thing that I talked about where... Got a wheel here? It's too far away. Where you're sort of having to decide, am I going to try and catch it or not? I'm looking at a replay of Verstappen. What happened here with Verstappen? Nothing. It just shows how good the suspension is, basically. There's a replay of Verstappen going over a curb, and the Red Bull just does not move. Like, it is so good. A little bit of a puff out the back of the exhaust as well. Thanks, Alpha Capri member, for 2 months. A up, Kireth. A up, chat. Hope everyone is well and having a great day. Smash the like on the way in, as it's free. So be greedy. Thank you so much, Alpha Capri. I endorse that message. Is that what they say in America? This message is endorsed. Scott's in the house. David likes having F1 race on Saturday. I don't know. I need to think that through. I need to think that through. Oh, Magnus Carlsen. That sort of he's a bit weird, isn't he? I mean, he's obviously a genius, but you don't need to turn up like half an hour late to your chess match just to prove a point. Quad noted that Max was on hard tyres. Yeah, the Red Bull just looks... It looks hard to mess it up in the Red Bull. Curtis, hope Williams can pull out of this nosedive of an era, a lot of history. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, James Vowles seems to be sort of, you know, doing things the right way. Looking on board here with Lewis Hamilton. Oh, left rear lockup from Lewis Hamilton. That's very weird. Left rear lockup? Maybe it was a smoke from left front. Lockup on the left, so. And then went deep. That's not great. But maybe he's really trying to push it. Going wide on the sandy stuff. Try, these tyres feel bad. David wants 12 races Saturday, 12 on a Sunday. What? Back to back? Yeah, good to see the old crowd in the chat. If you're new here, this is what we do. We live stream all the races. So make sure you're subscribed, become part of the community. You won't regret it. It's really the best way to follow Formula 1, in my opinion. I am biased, obviously. Honest opinion on the best way to follow. Sonoda, eyes on Sonoda. Yeah, Sonoda going in their P4. So, like I predicted, will we start to see... why is that Alpine going race? So will we start to see drivers come out a bit more? And set some really quick times? We will see. Lando Norris. Lando. I think it's a season of... You know, Lando... He's spending all his time designing clothes. He's making quadrant videos. That's all great if you're doing it on the track. You know, that's like anything in life. Like, whatever your main thing is, you've got to really be good at your main thing. And then the other stuff is great. Don't take your eye off the ball too much. Curtis, who bottoms out this year? Alpine or Haas? Well, we'll have a look. But apparently the Haas's haven't been great. But here we've got Magnussen P7, Hulkenberg P13. I just don't know the strategy at Haas. Like... Is Max and Hulkenberg really the strategy you want? Ride pairing you want? Is that... What... Are Haas just there to make up the numbers? Like, what's the goal, really? Like, Williams, they seem to have this sort of real ethos, like we are moving, we are changing, we are breaking stuff. We may go back before we go forwards, but we have a vision. I don't know what the vision is at Haas. Like, I know they're going to be like the smallest budget and based in the US, but you know what? Are they just going through the motions? And then you say Andretti can't come. Well, you know, how excited the nonsense about Formula 1 saying, oh, we don't think Andretti adds anything, like we add more to Andretti. Can you imagine the buzz right now if Andretti were on the track right now? Like, of course there'd be a damn buzz about it. Let's just call it for what it is. The other teams don't want to share more of the pot. Let's just be straight up, okay? Just fair enough. Don't try and say, oh, Andretti's a bit of a nonsense, you know? Shah, is there an issue with Red Bull? Are they associated? No, it's free practice 3. I reckon just hold that thought for 10 minutes. 24 minutes to go. I think we're going to see a lot of cars come out and set some rapid times. Welcome, Gary Laster. Boss just deployed via new TIG. Oh, can I share some of that? I'm streaming up at 9,000 kilobits a second. What I give for 2 gigabit. Gary Laster in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Rory, what's the rumour? Haas, I'm not sure it's going to work like that. Haas becoming Andretti. They just showed an image and flashed up Kevin Magnussen. But I'm pretty sure that's actually Nico Hulkenberg. So the people at F1 don't even know your damn drivers. Yeah, no Gunter Steiner. No Gunter Steiner at Haas. There was some sort of coup that went on there. So that was a bit dramatic. It's a bit of the banter team right now, aren't they, Haas? Ragav Kandewal, what are your race predictions? Right now, I'm going to say Max. I'm going to say Max and then Hamilton, Russell, if you had to push me. But there is a lot of work going on one of the Mercedes at the front right now. George Russell's out on track, so that must be Lewis Hamilton's car that is having some repairs done to it. Both Ferraris out now, and Russell and Alonso. Are we going to see some big times come in? Welcome Strictly for Money, Robin Morris, Hans the Pickle, Kate Catalin, and Barsif. Pete says, can you shout at my boy Nick Ridge? Welcome, Nick Ridge. Your boy. David, Andretti is to IndyCar what Red Bull's to F1, as Penske is to... my brain isn't that big. I don't have that much RAM. David, the problem with Haas is designed by Dallara. Well, Dallara are one of the most experienced chassis manufacturers in the world, aren't they? So, keep an eye on Charles Leclerc here, sort of winding up for a lap. What is Charles Leclerc going to do? Lots of David today. Yes, look at the chat. I've never seen so much David. David's and the devil. So Leclerc goes over. Is he on a fast lap? Doesn't look like it. What about Piastri? Or maybe Leclerc is, actually. Oh, Toto Wolff with a glare! Toto Wolff just went like this. It's one of those. Angry Toto. Mimi Toto. Remember, Toto Wolff and his wife Susie Wolff had a very weird thing with the FIA last year. So it's just, I feel like there's a natural gravity of not scandal, but of sensationalism in Formula One. Like Formula One has got to the stage now where it's probably overgrown. Like it's overgrown the core base. It's got a lot of casual fans, like not casual like us. I mean like super casual. And it sort of needs this like sensationalism just to sustain itself. I that's what I believe. Otherwise, it would just the numbers and things wouldn't add up. Like the money it gets from broadcasters and everything is based on like, oh, we reach 1.3 billion people, and if those numbers crash, then the money and the economics all starts to just completely implodes. So I feel like it needs this constant relevancy. Which is why the off-season didn't really feel like an off-season, did it? It was just different news about F1. Formula Hollywood. Quad saying Horner not on the pit wall today. Would he normally be? He would normally be there. Maybe he's having a call with his barista. Yeah, a few Scots as well. Scotty in Brighton, UK. Scotty in Brighton, UK. Let us know where in the world you're watching from, my friend. Curtis, Toto also sat out a handful of races last year, and some of those races, the strategy was horrendous. Is Esteban Ocon going to come in? Esteban Ocon, are you boxing? Nope, you continue. You crack on, my friend. Yeah, very cagey session so far. Very cagey. Very slow laps considering to what we saw in FP2. Cards are being like played very close to the chest. Metaphor for like Red Bull, like not giving anything away. I just want someone to come out and do like a 129. It's like, yes, that's my card. This is what I can do. I don't care. Scotty Bright UK is in Thailand. Koh Tao. That's exactly what I expected. I had a hunch. There. Lucy says that he's in a meeting. Lucy's on the ground. Advert here for Jet 2 holidays. Package holidays you can trust. Now it's an advert for... There's a guy in an airport. He's going through security, takes off his belt. He's got a water bottle in there. He's fighting with the person, drinks the water bottle, says no. Finish it. Then he's on the travelator in the airport. He's trying to run through. It must be British Airways. Runs up the stairs. Oh, it's hard to explain this advert. Oh, I should have gone to Specsavers. Tropical Airways. Should have gone to Specsavers. By the way, I was invited to the Sky Sports F1 launch on Monday. They had a thing called the greatest track in the world, which is like a from what I could tell from the invite, it's like a fancy track they've made up. But I didn't want to just be room meat. I thought it was going to be room meat. So I was like, nah, I'm okay, thanks. Yeah, welcome to Blinksy, Yofin and Graham Williams as well. Yes, race on Saturday. Any thought on Gunsteiner leaving? Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's good times for Haas. You got to remember, like, you go back 10 years, teams would come in and come out fairly quickly. HRT, Manor, Mauritia, Caterham. Like, you know, it's quite difficult to make that step up and get there. So if Haas sort of get detached from the back... Jared said Steiner's time was up. Perhaps. 200 likes. Thanks so much, everyone. 200 likes, and we've had how many people pop through the stream? Maybe 11,000 people pop through the stream, which is crazy. Which is awesome. Love it. Love to see it. But yeah, we've got 18 minutes to go here. We're going to be back for qualifying, which is why all these people have subscribed, so it will pop up in your feed. Sergio Perez on the move. Sergio Perez on the move. 29.1 in Sector 1 here for Perez. Keep an eye on the Sector 2 time. Perez on the move, everyone. I think I'm on board with Perez now, earlier on in the lap. Sector 2 time, keep an eye. 29.1 Sector 1 and Sector 2. What's it going to be? 39.2 or something? 39.3? What's it going to be for Perez in Sector 2? 39.2. Yes, so it's going to be quick from Perez. It's going to be quick. It's going to be in the 30s. What about the last sector? I'm on board with Perez. Like I said, it looks supremely stable, that Red Bull. Now into the final corner, high downforce. It's where we saw my karting colleague Jack Aitken spin the Williams a few years ago. And Sergio Perez 130. No, it's not. It's not in the 30s. It's a 131.2. Wow, or maybe track temp or wind conditions or whatever. But Sergio Perez on the soft tyre, 31.2, which is definitely gettable. But the car just looks so easy to drive. It looks really good. And also the context of the Red Bull scandal I would say the best thing for them is just to dominate. They just want to dominate. It also sort of, it doesn't justify it, but if there are allegations that there is a controlling atmosphere at Red Bull, I'm not saying it justifies it, but it's like, it's easier for them. If they're winning, having a controlling atmosphere is like, oh, you know. But if you're losing and you've got a controlling atmosphere, so I think they'll want to win, basically. Max Verstappen as well. Verstappen on fire. You guys spotted it. Here we go. Verstappen on fire. This could be the moment right now where Verstappen lays down the marker. What's it going to be? Are we going to go sub 131? I think we almost certainly are here. I think we're going to be in the 1 minute 30s. Verstappen goes around the last corner. What's it going to be? A high 1 minute 30? No, 131.0. We're not in the 30s. So it is a Red Bull 1-2, but it's not out of touch. It's not out of time. Is it? What do we think about that? Offbeat says Max is on sofas. Max has set that time on 4 couches. Try saying, damn, son. Damn, son. Where'd you find this? Is that how it goes? I can't know how it goes. David, slow final sector compared to yesterday, so it might be a strong headwind. Yeah, it could be a headwind down that final sector. I don't have a wind indicator. Actually, you do. That on the right. That might be geo, or it might be a wind indicator. I don't know, frankly. But if it was, in fact, it just moved, so maybe that is a wind indicator. David could be absolutely right. Big old headwind down there. So if that wind direction changes to a crosswind for the last corner, that could be put people under difficulty. What was that? What was that? 26 km on the wind. I'm on board with Max Verstappen now. Looks so supreme. Very supreme. Super supreme. Damn, I can't tell you how comfy I am right now. I'm just so comfy. Ugh. I think it's difficult for everyone. That Red Bull just looks like it may be a lap. He's just like, I'm just gonna push it a little bit, and he just knows like I pushed it and there was no issues. Like it was just stable. Back end wasn't coming round. Welcome Derek View, Dantman, my favourite superhero. Dirk was Tyson. Kireth is either Red Bull fuel load or engine mode, but they showed everyone they have the pace. Maybe. Give credit to Sargent. Well, where is Sargent? I think Lance Stroll's just gone up there. Is George Russell slow, by the way? No, I think it's just an issue with the timing. I think it's just an issue with the timing there, you can see. Fernando Alonso, what's he going to do? Fernando Alonso could try and make it... Oh, Alonso goes in the 30s! Alonso does go fastest. So, El Plan, Fernando Alonso. 1 minute 30.9. I told you, it's very much beatable. Lance Stroll's down there in P4. Thanks, Gary. Welcome, George Rogers. Is it hail just chucked it down? Maybe. I felt like the whole sky was going to fall down. My flatmates. Where did that come? Damn, son. Where'd you find that? It's not as loud as I... Why does it not get loud? Or is it loud? It's quite nicely balanced, actually. It used to be when I was really close. Damn, son. 1 minute 30.9. Best rookie. There is no rookie this year. Giga Alonso. Giga Chad Alonso. The old man. The old man of Formula 1. The only person on the grid to have raced in the very first Bahrain Grand Prix. Anyone know what year that was? Don't check it. Don't Google it. Don't even think about binging it. What was the first year? By the way, how is everyone watching? Are you watching at work? Are you watching? You know, what's the vibe? People got it. You got this on in the background. Is it the main thing? Is it a background? Is it more of a radio show? Lewis Hamilton on the move as well. Hamilton on the move. 29.1 sector 1. We know that's quick. I'm on board now on my visuals with Hamilton. The Mercedes does look really good. The Mercedes, I'm telling you, it looks very impressive. I would love to see a head-to-head between Mercedes and Red Bull this season. Finish the story. Very low ride height. What's it going to be for Hamilton? Oh, it wasn't that good in the end. A 31.4. Was there a particularly bad sector? I think the last sector was really shoddy, wasn't it? I think, relatively speaking. Lando Norris and Piastri, by the way, have gone 3rd and 4th. So the McLarens are up there. 2004, it was 2004. Anyone play F1 2004? Or F1 2005 on the PSP? The real simulator. People think Pole's going to be in 128. Chai's watching from a couch. Devil's watching at school. Lucy rearranged a meeting to watch. I love it. Gary's also got ESPN on. One to the Ferraris. I don't know. Maybe they're going to do something different. David after study during commute. Scotty on the beach in the bungalow with a doob. Looks like everyone is doing a doob or whatever that is. Piastri's in the pits. Alex Albon has gone up there to P9 for Albon. So let's have a look at the spread. Given that we suspect there is a big headwind down that straight. So you can see, by the way, a circuit like this. Have a look at the arrow right at the top. Can you see that red arrow? Up there, that's pointing like that. A circuit like this, that is a headwind on the back straight, but it's a tailwind on the first straight. So it seems like the lap times are generally a bit slower. Hamilton was doing some mid-corrections. Kireth is saying Aston and McLaren going to be fun to watch this year. Lucy, great lap for Lando. Vlatka fully committed, planned to watch us, so cleared my schedule. That's the ultra commitment right there. George in my van on lunch, bit behind. Hell beats phone speakers. So George is just getting absolutely battered in the van there. Just clinging on for dear life. Philip Austin, hello everyone, I'm watching from South America and I'm in bed because it's almost midnight. Sounds like an introduction on Take Me Out. We do need a sim doctor, come on. And I have a new website I'm launching on probably Monday morning. I'm launching my new website, which is quite exciting. Ricardo a bit down today, Gerard Crab says. Son, who do you think the underdogs are for the midfield? Honestly, the midfield last year was mad. Do you remember at times it was like there was no midfield? It was just Red Bulls and then the rest. So we will see. But I wouldn't be surprised this year if we start to see some cars drop off the midfield. Remember, Alpine, they got podiums in Monaco. They got podiums in Zandvoort. They were very good on the the low speed circuits. So, but they were also really bad at other times. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Alpine drop off. I feels like it's a little bit of a mess at Alpine. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Hasses drop off. So that bottom four you see now, Max and Ricardo, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Gasly and P16, you know, that's pretty reflective of what I would expect, actually. 2,000 people watching, everyone. Good to have you on board. We're here for the whole season, so make yourself comfortable. So 6 minutes to go, 6 minutes 20 to go, everyone. Fernando Alonso is still the only driver to be in the 1 minute 30s, a 30.9 on the soft tyre. Will we see some drivers? I mean, qualifying is going to be interesting. We're going to be back here for qualifying at 3 o'clock UK time, so a whole hour before. And I'm very excited for that. There goes Ricardo up to 31.4. And I think people are expecting the Visa Cash App RB MasterCards so to potentially make a step up this season. So I think, yeah, some of the other cars might get caught adrift. Carlos Sainz, I would imagine he's going to bring himself out of that drop zone. Let's see. Here comes Carlos Sainz around the last corner. Hamilton wasn't on that. Carlos Sainz, what's it going to be for Sainz? Oh, it's fastest! Damn, son. It's fastest for Carlos Sainz. Chat, get your Ferrari emojis out. Where are the Tifosi? You know what? I'm a lifelong Tifosi fan. As a fan of the Tifosi for all of my life. Get rid of this thing. I'm very happy that Carlos Sainz has done that lap. Oh, it's chilly. Stay in the safety of this. It's Verstappen on softs. Everyone was on softs. Carlos Sainz and the Ferraris. I haven't seen much. I haven't seen any onboards. I can remember actually the Ferrari. So when I see an onboard, I don't really like the colour scheme. I've got to be honest. It's a bit basic, but is Charles Leclerc on one? Was one? No, I can't see. Charles Leclerc's not on one. Forza Ferrari. Here come the Tifosi. Antonio, I think there's a fish behind Lando. What does that mean? Digital Water is so weird. Snowline in the house as well. Devil, what do you think about the Euro Song Festival 2024? I'm not the biggest. I don't. Eurovision watch along? Should we do a spin off Eurovision watch along? Is that allowed? Are they all running quali sims and what are they doing? I mean, if you look, the difference between P1 and P13 is basically 1 second. But these are slower times than we saw in FP2 yesterday. So I can't explain why it's slower. It might be headwind, might be temperatures or something. But these guys are going out on soft tyres. Yeah, 100%. No Eurovision watch along. Has anyone seen that video of Alonso mewing? Was that also in the Google Drive link? 3.5 minutes to go, everyone. Everybody. Why is that the screen freeze? I don't know. It's just that's not to do with the stream. That's my computer is running at 6% of its capacity right now because I've optimized the whole thing. So I'm looking after my PC that I built 4 years ago. I built it 4 years ago now. Charles Leclerc is on the move. Charles Leclerc on the move. Here we go. Only P4, but is very close to the top. Wow, look at this. 6 different cars in your top 6 here in FP3 so far. Carlos Sainz, a smooth operator in P1. Fernando Alonso, only the second driver in the Aston Martin to go in the 1 minute 30s. Max Verstappen, your reigning champion, a 3-time world champion, a 31.0. Charles Leclerc in the front. No, it's not. Sorry, it's 5 cars top 6. Charles Leclerc in the other Ferrari, 31.0. And then we've got Lando Norris in the McLaren P5. George Russell P6. Goodness me. Welcome, Ali Burgess. Callum, what watch-alongs do you hear? We do all the watch-alongs. Anything worth watching, we'll watch it. That's our motto. That's our strapline. Joe, Time Split says the Go Henry Racing balls are coming. Well, we will see. Another pause there on the time standings. I can tell you that there are... Oh, I'm looking on board with Charles Leclerc. Did he make a mistake in that lap? Oh, yes, he did. He did a big correction over a curb. He did a very big... He actually rode a curb. In fact, he was over the white line. In qualifying, that time would be... that time would be deleted. So potentially Leclerc could have gone quite a bit faster there. Esteban Ocon's on the move, by the way, so we'll get an indication of pace from Ocon perhaps. Carlos Sainz might be lumbering up for one as well. Can we get your guess on final pole time? I'm going to go 29.3. Remember it for later on stage. I'm going 1 minute 29.3. Danny Rick about to absolutely send one. Well, no. Esteban Ocon, what have you got, sir? What have you got? Here comes Ocon over the line. Oh, it's a riveting time to go up to P18. Tell you, the Alpines are in big trouble this year, I think. I think the Alpines are in trouble. I really do. Oh. Welcome Rodrigo Brito, Richard Burrell, Ahmed Aidi, Wakeman, Domi Schneider as well. Yeah, I think the same about the Ferrari wheel rims. I don't think they look good at all. They look kind of like, you know when you get a spare wheel on your car? They look like spare wheels. 10 seconds to go in this session, by the way. Welcome to subscribers. If you want to be part of the family you're watching now, part of the 1,700 people, firstly, make sure you're subscribed. I know so many of you are, but just hit that subscribe button right now, because you'll be part of the family for the whole season of F1. It's the best place to be. And remember, we are going to be streaming qualifying from 3 hours. That's in just 1.5 hours time. So what I would like to do when I end the stream, not now, when I end it, put in the comments any improvements you'd like to see for the next stream. Charles Leclerc, I struggled to see actually last corner as well. The sun is getting low. That might be why Charles Leclerc had that issue. So you can see a lot of cars out on track now. In fact, possibly every single car out on track. And maybe people are struggling with the sun obviously being there, setting in the west. I say obviously. Maybe that's it. I might have got that completely wrong. Might be the last corner. The sun is set somewhere in the world. Anyone on a mad one? Charles Leclerc looks like he almost went faster in sector 1. So we're keeping an eye on Charles Leclerc. Shard said, Red Bull ain't sandbagging. Welcome, Jill, from Ethiopia. Ethiopia in the house. We love to see it. And, yeah, interesting. I think just doing some... Now, the cars, maybe we'll do some clutch starts or something. Might be part of the procedure. The checker flag has come out. So it is Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso who finish on the top here in FP3. Yeah, Gianna, we stream all the races. More cowbell. I don't have any cowbell. So... Yeah, well, yes, we've seen 1 minute 29s in FP2. So, you know, for some reason this session has been slower, but my prediction is 29.3 as the poll time. That might be slower. Tracy Woodbridge from South Africa. Anyone got any wild predictions for qualifying? In fact, I want to hear your predictions for qualifying. Manji, could you add driver radio bot? I can't add that because that's their audio, I think. So I've spoken with Formula 1 and, you know, I've made sure this is okay. Fresh enjoyed the stream from Manchester, UK. Laurel, I'll leave it to Red Bull to meme. Yeah, Red Bull just memeing everyone now. So are these drivers in the pits or are they doing clutch starts? I will have a look what I see. They might be doing practice starts now. Stuart Rice, welcome from Idaho. Good to see you from Idaho. Pete, who's looking best, brother? Well, I still think Verstappen. I still think Verstappen is by far odds-on favourite to get pole. Like, let me know if you disagree with that, anyone. Well, Atomic saying Leclerc P1. Yash saying Sainz P1. Thanks, Outer Space Outlander. Manjeet saying Max P1. Thanks, JJ Buckley. Good to have you aboard. What's that? Is that BMW M3 in your picture there? Nick says, say hello to Stockport in England. Welcome to everyone in Stockport. Hope everyone's doing out of there. Sorry for being in Stockport. Motia says, how is Mar Sadek doing? Tracy saying Max Leclerc, Russell. Nick, P1 for Lando. Oh, P1 for Lando. I don't know. All I'm going to say is, if you can make qualifying, I would just have this on in the background, or just basically, if you can't watch the stream, check in on qualifying. I think it's going to be interesting to see. It's the only time of the season where we don't know, and I thought we might get an indication here, so I thought we might see the Red Bulls just go a second clear, but we genuinely don't know, which is that has an excitement to it. So Yeah, we don't know. We're going to go all over the world this season. We're going to go 22 races? All over the world. We're going to go to cities like Baku in Azerbaijan, Singapore. We're going to go to Monaco. We're going to go to the streets of Las Vegas. We're going to go to some of the best race circuits like Spa, like Monza, like Suzuka, Circuit of the Americas. We're going to go to places like Mexico. We're going to go to, Miami. We're going to go all over the world. And this is the start of it. We just don't know. Lorgo saying Checker P1. David Lewis P1. Sardney says P1 Max. Ali says, I don't think anyone is showing full pace. That could be right. It's China. We're meant to be going to China. I might be going to China for Formula E. We'll see. It will be my first time in China. Yash, hot take. Interlagos, one of the best eggs of all time. Is it? Snowlight says 24 races. Is it 24? That's no way. 24 races. That is silly. I'm sorry. But there's only 52 weeks in the year. So that basically means it's an average of a race more than every other week, right? Because of the break we've had. Welcome Martin, JJ, Cassidy, Rule, Guri, Ekipion as well. That is genuinely too many races. Why are their drivers still on track? Get yourself into the damn pits, gentlemen. Season's biggest shock, Horner to end at Aston. Well, what does the poll say? So I polled you and I said, will Christian Horner be the team principal by the end of the season? 2,000 votes, 60 for 2/3 saying yes, 1/3 saying no. I'm surprised. I'm not sure. I really... Can you weather this kind of storm? People saying smoke without fire and all that kind of stuff. Is Russell coming in now? Yes, he has. Please, can be WC. I would love to go to WC race. There's so much I want to do. And, I'm still young. I'm not going to be young forever. So, when you're young and you can do it, I'd like to do it. I want to go... So basically, I'm going to say it right now. The plan is... The next... in Misano, for Formula E in Misano, the plan is I'm going to do this watch-along live at Misano, probably from a commentary box. So I'm going to be in a commentary box at the circuit, and I'm going to do a watch-along, and then I'm just going to take my phone, I'm going to live stream around, and it's a back-to-back, so we're going to do a grid walk. That's the plan. I'm trying to just finalise all this stuff, but that's obviously the vision, is to sort of, no one's doing that. It's difficult. Motorsports are so... It's all about relationships, and it's sort of established circles, and it's a lot of circles, and I'm not in these circles. I'm here with you, like the viewers. Like we're in like a bucket. We're just like normal people. Like I like motorsport, and then you've got these circles of like production companies, and I'm trying to like, hey, can we do this? So that's the plan, and obviously to do that in Formula 1 would be great as well. If people want to watch the live footage, you got to pay for... You got to do it in your territory, whether that's on free-to-air, whether that's on Sky or a paid broadcaster. But if you want to follow it, for people that are not going to... We can't afford Sky, or we're just not going to do it, this is something I think that doesn't cut those people out. It's sort of... It's not necessarily... sort of meaning that Formula 1 makes less money. I think it actually... is what's the word? It sort of means you reach more people. That's, I think, where it kind of fits in. So that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, well, it's definitely possible for Formula E, because we're going to do it. It's happening. So, and London as well. So I'll be down there at London. London, we might try and do like a not like a meet and greet or something, but I don't know. We might do like a meet up in London as well for Formula E. That's it. So we had a lot of supporters last year. Like a lot of people, especially like MBR, supporting, very heavily financially. Heavily for me anyway. Very significant for me. but also everyone that subscribes. And, you know, for example, if that number goes to 100k, it makes these conversations a lot easier, a lot smoother. I think the reality is when you have these big YouTubers, a lot of them just don't really want to work that hard. They got to that stage, they don't need to work hard. Whereas I'm just like, I'm so passionate, I feel young and passionate about, I want to go. It doesn't matter, like, if I'm taking a late flight or whatever, or if I'm staying in a terrible hotel, or, it doesn't matter, I just want to go. Not about, like, need to be sort of pampered around. He says, as he wears his very nice fleece. Cool. All right, we've got 1,000 people watching, but it's 1 hour 20. It's only 1 hour. Is that right? Is that right, everyone? 1 hour 20. So what I'm going to do is... Sorry, people of the shorts feed who've just joined. So... This is the link for the qualifying stream. It's going to take you there immediately after. Okay? When I end this, I'm going to end the stream shortly. So make sure you go to that link and just hit the notification bell. Okay, and then in 1 hour 20, so I'm going to get some food. I'm going to add some stuff to the stream. I've got some cool things I wanted to add. So I'm going to add that. I will see you for qualifying. So go in there, hit your like button. Like, if we get up to like 50 likes already, that's crazy. And yeah, I will see you all very soon then. So I will see you for qualifying, I think in just 1 hour 20 minutes time. I hope I've got that right. Have I got that right? I think I have. Anyway, so I'm going to end this stream, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. And we'll be back for qualifying, which is going to be super exciting. Add tyre details. Yeah, we'll try it. Okay, I will see you there, everyone. I'll see you very soon. Get some nice food. Friday.